Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We're talking about lots of severe weather here today. Just give me one moment, everybody. Just trying to get things loaded up here. Yes, we got severe weather this afternoon. We have a severe weather outbreak ongoing. If you guys live in eastern Michigan, if you guys live in southern Ontario, Canada, if you live in northwestern portions of Ohio, getting into New York State there, Pennsylvania, central Illinois, even some warnings back here into Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico. So we got lots of states here with some severe weather this afternoon and going into this evening. As expected, we were having a severe weather outbreak, a significant severe weather outbreak possible to unfold still through the early evening hours, and that's what we'll be covering here with you guys during this live stream. So again, give me one moment here. I'm trying to I gotta put a charger on my laptop here that I'm using and kind of get this all refreshed and loaded up, and I'll be right with you guys going through all the warnings and watches out there that we're looking at momentarily here. Just give me one moment. So if you guys are listening here from the Chicagoland area, yeah, there was a threat for an enhanced risk of severe weather earlier on, and let's actually walk through that risk real quick before we go through the radar data here. There is still an enhanced risk across northeastern portions there. If you can see on my screen, this is the Storm Prediction Center's website. You can also find this on spc.gov, which stands for SPC stands for Storm Prediction Center. So if you guys want to go to that, it's public. It's out for anybody who wants to look at the weather forecast there for the severe weather forecast. These are the Storm Prediction Center's forecast. They're located in Norman, Oklahoma. They do terrific weather forecasts for the severe weather. They've been doing this for a long time. They have veteran meteorologists in there that definitely look at this every second, every minute, every hour of the day, and that's kind of what we're looking at here right now. So thank you guys, everybody, for joining here this afternoon, going to the evening. I know everybody's getting home from work, getting home from school, and everybody's thinking about winding down here for your Monday evening and getting ready for your Tuesday out there to start the new work week. And looking at the outlook here, we have an enhanced risk, which is a level 3 of 5, so kind of the middle of the road that we look for severe weather. That's across northeastern Indiana, far northwestern Ohio, and southern lower Michigan here. This does include cities here like Fort Wayne, Indiana, Elkhart, Indiana, Marion, Indiana, and Goshen, Indiana. So if you live in the Goshen or Goshen area, into some of these areas, into portions of Indiana, you definitely are under that enhanced risk for the remainder of this evening. There is a slight risk that is in place across portions of northwestern and central Ohio, getting up toward places like Detroit, Toledo, Ohio, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Cleveland, Indianapolis, and then kind of stretching down here towards portions of Peoria, Illinois, the capital of Illinois at Springfield, Hannibal, Quincy, and then getting back here towards just to the north side of the St. Louis metro area as we head here through the rest of the afternoon and evening. And then even in the darker green here, that's a marginal risk that extends all the way down through the Missouri Ozarks, eastern Canada, or actually Canada. Yeah, eastern Canada, yes, but eastern Kansas is what I was getting at. Northern portions of Arkansas here, much of Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Amarillo, Texas, getting back toward Lubbock and Midland, Texas, and even far eastern portions there of New Mexico. We have a marginal risk for severe weather today as well. So that is something we are going to keep an eye on. Hey, Snowies, thank you guys, all you guys, for joining the live stream this evening and this afternoon, wherever you are on the East Coast, the Central Time Zone, where I'm at in Northern Illinois. If you guys are on the Pacific, Mountain Time, if you guys are living in Canada, welcome everybody, even in the United States and out of the United States, for joining the live stream. Definitely much appreciated. Hello, Snowies. Hello, severe weather coverage. Thank you guys both for being interactive here in the live stream. Again, the live chat is down below and is open to anyone and everyone. So if you guys have any questions about the severe weather, questions about weather in general, your weather forecast through the week, don't hesitate to ask. We'll definitely be getting to all your questions throughout this live stream here this evening. Lisa says hi, and so does Melissa. Thank you guys so much for joining the live stream again. I hope my audio is fine today. I was spending all morning because I knew we were probably going to go live today, knowing we have an enhanced risk for severe weather, and I figured, yeah, we'll probably go live today and kind of cover some of the severe weather. So I did want my audio to be right. Hopefully, you guys can hear me very clearly. If you guys cannot, again, don't hesitate to tell me the truth that, if you guys can hear me going in and out, or if it's too quiet, too loud, definitely let me know. I'll try to kind of find the happy medium for everybody this evening. Let's see here. Yeah, Lisa says hi. Lisa Lewis says hi. Melissa Smith says it's Goshen. Okay, Goshen, Indiana. Thank you very much, Melissa. My second pronunciation was correct. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. So looking at the hazards here today, and again, I will be getting through all your guys's, comments and questions and concerns below as well throughout the live stream. I'll kind of be going back and forth, but looking at the tornado risk, we actually do have still a 2% area of tornadoes across northeast Illinois, right along the I-57 corridor south of Chicago, towards Kankakee, towards the Champaign-Urbana area, and then getting up into northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio, into central lower Michigan there. That's where we have the threat of still an isolated, brief, weak tornado that could spin up here as we head through the early evening hours. The higher end threat is going to be that, strong damaging winds could be in excess of 60, perhaps over 70 miles per hour with some of the strongest storms here as we head through the next couple of hours, especially in this 30% shading here across Fort Wayne, Indiana, southern lower Michigan, and the northwestern portions of Ohio there. And then we have that 15% shading down through central Illinois. Again, Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, mainly along and south of I-74 there in the Illinois area, even stretching back towards the Kirksville, Missouri area into northeastern Missouri. Then a lower end threat for, some heavier winds across portions of the lower Missouri Ozarks, getting back here into the southern and central plains, back toward the Texas Panhandle and eastern New Mexico, where we have some current warnings right now. The hail threat is a little lower just due to the fact that we don't have a lot of steep level lapse rates here, in the Missouri Ozarks or anything like that. That's kind of refined a little bit farther to the north. So let's get back to the radar. We got tons of warnings to go. So without further ado, guys, let's get to all these warnings out here. I'll get to your guys' comments in just a moment. Looking first at New York, then we'll push westward toward Ohio here just in a moment. I know Lisa says, how's Ohio doing? Yes, we will get to Ohio rather soon here in just a couple of minutes. Looking here at upstate New York, just north of the Syracuse area, we got a line of storms moving to the northeast at 40 miles an hour. This is for Jefferson County, Lewis County, and Oswego County in central and upstate New York. Again, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour, we got 60 mile per hour wind gusts, so some strong, good rush of wind with these storms. Watertown, Fort Drum, Sandy Island, Beach State Park, Stony Point, Carthage, Lowville, Pulaski, West Carthage, Clayton, and Central Square. If you guys live in any of these areas in upstate New York, north of Syracuse, you guys are in the path of these storms. And this is also includes Interstate 81 between exits 32 and 51. So any truck drivers, anybody traveling out there, definitely want to heed the warning. This warning does go in effect until 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time north of the Syracuse area. Moving a little farther to the west here towards the western side of Syracuse. So eventually Syracuse, you guys could be in the path of severe thunderstorms here in the next few minutes or so. We have another warning. This storm's moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. So you notice these storms are moving a lot quicker, a lot more wind shear in the environment today. So that is what we're seeing here. 60 mile per hour winds with this storm as well. Oswego, Fulton, Fairhaven Beach State Park, Newark, Lyons, Clyde, Sodus, Weedsport, Cato, and Chimney Bluff State Park. Also Interstate 890, but near exit 40 is what we're seeing here with this warning. Again, this warning goes in effect until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for eastern Wayne County, Cayuga County, and also southwestern Oswego County in central and western New York. Farther to the south, this is south and west of Syracuse. You got another warning. Storms moving to the northeast at 40 miles an hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. Penn Yan, also up to the Benton area, Lodi, and also the Branchport and Himrod area. If you guys live in these areas, this goes in effect here until 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for these areas as well. Getting back here, I know I had some questions about Ohio. We do have a warning down here into central PA and central Pennsylvania. This is north of State College. This storm's moving east, so due east at 30 miles per hour near the Stevenson Dam area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter-size hail is the hazard here. This is moving east, like I said, at 30 miles an hour. Areas in the path could be Renovo, South Renovo, Westport, Tamarack, as well as Stevenson Dam and Kettle Creek State Park. Do take the warning seriously. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail is the hazard, and this goes in effect here until 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This includes southeastern Cameron County, northwestern Clinton County here in north central PA, which is north central Pennsylvania. Moving back into northwestern Ohio, we do have some warnings, even some watches here. If I zoom out, you can see severe thunderstorm watches are in play across southern Ontario, west of the Toronto area. We have severe thunderstorm watches across portions of the Detroit area with numerous severe thunderstorm warnings around Detroit we'll get to. We got severe thunderstorm watches for Toledo, Sandusky, just west of Sandusky, back toward Fort Wayne. This watch in the pink shaded area is a severe thunderstorm watch, and that goes in effect until 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening for these areas. So we'll continue to watch that as well. So if you guys live in these areas, the conditions are favorable. If they are under a severe thunderstorm watch, that means conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, and severe weather can sometimes produce tornadoes, so we'll continue to watch that as well. Looking right now in northwestern Ohio, the Toledo area down toward Findlay, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here. Emergency management is the source. They're reporting multiple trees down received from this line of storms in Henry and Van Wert counties. This is in northwestern Ohio. Some power lines, some tree damage, and also some power pole damage has been reported by emergency management in this area. From 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, we could have winds that occur, 60 to 70 miles an hour moving through this general location into northwestern Ohio around the Toledo area, producing this widespread and numerous tree damage reported by emergency management in this area. This storm's moving due east at 45 miles per hour, so it's got some progression with it. It's moving pretty quickly, but 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, potentially near 70 miles per hour, cannot be ruled out in some isolated instances here in this environment. Findlay, Fostoria, Bluffton, North Baltimore, Macomb, Arlington, Arcadia, Rawson. These are just some of the areas. Mount Blanchard, Benton Ridge, Genura, Mount Corey, Bairdstown, and also Williamstown. This is in northwestern Ohio. If you are in the path of these storms, do heed the warnings. Again, this is in Hancock County in northwestern Ohio until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is where these storms are. They're along a line extending from near Desler to 6 miles south of Columbus Grove, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So that's what we're seeing right now, guys. So let's get back to the chat here to see what you guys are saying. So hopefully that answers your question, Lisa, about Ohio. That's the only area in Ohio that we have warnings in and watches for severe thunderstorm potential through the rest of the early to mid-evening hours. So I hope that answers your question out there. If you have any more questions, Lisa, definitely ask. Anybody else have any questions as well? Don't hesitate to ask. That's why we have the live chat down below for you guys to ask your questions, to leave any comments and concerns for me here. If I missed anything, definitely let me know. Snowy says we were supposed to get storms, but nothing exciting yet, mostly sunshine. Well, you got the storms to your west, and they're coming in with a vengeance right now. So if you guys live in the Toronto area, up here into portions of Mount Forest, Barrie, Aurelia, all these areas, Kitchener, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know if I'm not, Snowies. Hamilton, getting down toward Buffalo, Niagara Falls. All these storms are coming from the west to east with the cold front. This is a cold front moving east, and everybody, we have lift with this cold front. Lift is, you can't have thunderstorms without lift. You can't have thunderstorms without vertical velocity, and that's what we're seeing right now. The lifting mechanism that I'm talking about is the cold front, and what I talk about when I say lift is the meaning there is you have to have air parcels rise to get updrafts for thunderstorms. If they don't rise and what's called a cap is on the atmosphere, then we don't get thunderstorms. We don't have that today. We don't have a cap on the atmosphere. As you can clearly see, the cap is wide open, and we have lots of severe weather across eastern Michigan right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Detroit. Let's get to this now. This is for downtown Detroit here in Michigan. For 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail, moving east quickly, though, very quickly, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So these storms are moving east almost at highway speed right now. So that is kind of what we're seeing. So if you live in the Detroit area, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Other locations here, Clinton, Armada, Macomb Township, St. Clair Shores, Mount Clemens, Richmond, and Memphis, Michigan. Definitely want to heed the warnings here as you continue to kind of, if you're traveling, I know it's rush hour right now, definitely want to heed the warnings if you live in these areas. Also, any other areas here, Franklin, Keego Harbor, Melvindale, Waterford, Shelby Township, Commerce, Ray Center, Utica, and also Auburn Hills are impacted. This is in eastern Michigan, guys. This warning goes in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. Again, Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties, including downtown Detroit right now until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in eastern Michigan. I'll take the warnings off so you guys can see what we're seeing here. Just kind of a general weakening line of storms, and it's still pretty strong, even though it's weakening. Sometimes when storms weaken, the updrafts kind of fall apart a little bit, and you can get what's called a microburst or a downburst sometimes with kind of a collapsing thunderstorm. So you can see damaging winds from that. You can even see damaging winds just from a squall line. That's kind of what we're seeing right now, is kind of what we call a squall line of showers and storms. And this all started back in Wisconsin and Illinois here this morning and has progressed, pretty quickly off to the east, now approaching portions of southern Ontario, eastern portions there of Michigan, all the way down into northwestern Ohio and central Indiana right now. So that's kind of what we're seeing. If I put the lightning on here for you guys, you can see quite a bit of lightning is there showing up, especially across the Detroit area. If you're in Detroit, you want to be inside, away from windows, away from any trees outside. Again, you want to move indoors because lightning is very dangerous. We've had several lightning fatalities this year, and we definitely do not need to add to that total. So definitely, if you guys hear thunder, go indoors. We definitely want everybody to be safe out there. That is for sure. Again, I try to do more of these live streams for you guys because, again, I definitely want you guys to be safe out there. That's why I do these live streams. Again, I wouldn't do these live streams if I didn't care about your safety. I do care very much about your safety. I knew there was going to be a significant severe weather outbreak today and lots of warnings, and I figured, hey, we'll go live today, this afternoon and this evening, to kind of keep everybody out of harm's way. And that's why we're here today, guys. It's all for you guys. It's not for me. It's not for my sake. It's for you guys to stay safe out there. So thanks, everybody, for joining. Definitely appreciate it. If you guys have not pressed the like button down below, if you guys like this live stream, like the live coverage, definitely press the like button. It's that thumbs up button down below. And if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, anybody that you know that wants to benefit from the channel or knows that can benefit from this channel, from daily weather forecast breakdowns during the morning hours, live streams like this for severe weather, hit that subscribe button down below. It's free to do. It's free to subscribe. You don't have to pay anything. It's all free. It's just a click of a button, guys, and I definitely appreciate everybody joining. And again, you won't regret it. We have great weather content coming your way. I have an update on the fall and winter weather outlook for you guys tomorrow morning in my video, so definitely stick around for that. We got some great updates with that coming to kind of update you on what to expect this fall and this winter as well. So let's get back here to the radar and show you, let's put the warnings back on here to show you what we got going. We got another couple of areas that we're watching here into central Illinois and northwestern Indiana. This is actually a severe thunderstorm watch in the pink shaded area. This includes portions there of Rensselaer here into northwestern Indiana, Champaign, Urbana, Springfield, Decatur, Charleston, Bloomington, Normal, Peoria, Quincy, Hannibal. All these areas into central Illinois are impacted here by this severe thunderstorm watch. This watch here in the pink shaded area goes in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time through late this evening. We got two warnings here in western Illinois we want to get to. East of Keokuk here. This is east of Iowa. This is southeastern Iowa and Keokuk and Burlington. This is right just east of the Iowa-Missouri border into western Illinois here. You can see right over the Macomb area. So if you guys go to Western Illinois University, there's a storm moving over that area right now as well in western Illinois. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and that 1-inch quarter size hail. This storm is a very slow mover. It's post frontal. We already seen the cold front come through, so we kind of have a lesser wind shear to work with. So that's why we're seeing a lot less movement with these storms, but nonetheless, still severe. It's moving to the east here, crawling eastward at 10 miles an hour. Areas like Macomb, Western Illinois University, Spring Lake, Macomb Municipal Airport, McDonough County 4-H Fairgrounds, and also the Argyle Lake State Park. If you guys live in these areas, definitely heed the warnings. It goes in effect until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for central McDonough County into into western Illinois. So we'll continue to watch this. Another warning to the west. This is just east of Keokuk here. This storm is moving actually to the south and east at 15 miles per hour. Again, a lot less deep layer shear in this environment post-frontal. It's behind the cold front, so we don't have as much shear as we did once before, but still a severe storm. Well, again, this is over the Carthage, Illinois area, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail is the hazard. This is going to be around Bentley, around 5:20 Central Daylight Time. So right now, if you live in Bentley, you're seeing a severe thunderstorm out your window and out your door. Denver, Augusta, Bowen, Plymouth, and also Hancock County Fairgrounds. If you guys live in these areas, definitely heed the warnings. This is for southeastern Hancock County and southwestern McDonough County into west central Illinois. So definitely heed the warnings here. We'll keep you updated on that area as well. Moving off to the west, just to the north of Kansas City and east of St. Joseph in Missouri, here we have a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. Again, the slow movement of this is because we don't have a lot of deep layer shear. So we're looking more at slower movement. This is southeast at 15 miles an hour near the Country Club Villa area into Missouri. Again, north of Kansas City and just east of St. Joseph, Missouri. 60 mile an hour wind gusts here, half dollar size hail. So 1.25 inches of hail is the diameter with this potential hailstones with the storm. So St. Joseph, especially East St. Joseph, the Country Club area, Stewartsville, Clarksdale, Easton, Cosby, and Amity, all these areas are impacted. This includes anybody here traveling through the area, truck drivers out there. Interstate 29 between mile markers 48 and 52. Definitely want to heed the warnings. Getting back here to the chat, I don't mean to miss your chat, just a lot of warnings going on. We want to get everybody out of harm's way and everybody indoors because these are some dangerous thunderstorms. I'll be going back and forth between the chat here, so don't worry. I'll get to all your questions, comments, and concerns. Again, anybody who is just new to this, the live stream, press the like button down below. Definitely would appreciate that. If you guys have not subscribed, it's free to do. Press that as well. Might as well press both. All you guys got to do is press it one time, and I promise you, we get great weather feedback here from this channel, and I definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. Looking at some of the storm reports. Yeah, we got lots of trees down here across the eastern portions of Michigan right now, so we'll get to that. Let's see here. So this is more of a supercell nonetheless. Approaching I-35 into northwestern Missouri rather soon. So the Cameron area, getting down toward Plattsburgh, Turney, Lathrop, all these areas could be impacted soon. So be on the lookout for that. No severe weather right now in Kansas City proper. We actually do have a warning west of St. Louis here. Another supercell thunderstorm has popped up here north and west of I-44 in southeast Missouri. This is for 60 mile an hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail, located over Drake, Missouri, moving west. So this storm's moving west at 15 miles per hour. So kind of a weird movement there. This is for Owensville and Mount Sterling, Missouri. If you live in these areas, heed the warnings. We got that 1-inch hail and that 60 mile per hour wind gust threat. This goes in effect here until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time for Gasconade County. So if you live in these areas in Gasconade County, Missouri, definitely want to heed the warnings here. We'll keep you updated. Some very heavy thunderstorms in southeast Missouri, approaching the Poplar Bluff area, Piedmont, all the way getting down over here toward Ellington. No severe warnings here. Let's see if we have any special weather statements, though, because those, no special weather statements, but just some heavy thunderstorms, so we'll watch that. Some stronger storms here just south of Joplin, Missouri, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Some of those storms could be producing some smaller hail, some gusty winds, sub-severe type of wind gusts there. We have severe weather just on the south side of the Oklahoma City metro, actually very close to the Storm Prediction Center's headquarters there in Norman, Oklahoma. This is right along I-35 here in south central Oklahoma. So if you live in this area here south of Oklahoma City, south of Norman, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here for Noble, Washington, Slaughterville, Purcell, Wayne, Cole, Dibby, all these areas, and then over there towards Winnett and Byers, eventually approaching the Asher area and the central portions there of Oklahoma. 60 mile an hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail, so some smaller hail. But the reason why it's severe warned is for the 60 mile per hour wind gust threat moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. So definitely want to heed the warnings there in these areas. Southeastern Cleveland County, southwestern Pottawatomie County, as well as McLean County in central Oklahoma. This warning goes in effect until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Heed the warnings there. Lots of warnings, guys. Actually, a ton of warnings into the Texas Panhandle and eastern portions of New Mexico. We're going to get to approaching the Red River here into southwestern Oklahoma, getting toward North Texas or Northwest Texas, I guess you'd call it there. Southwest of Fort Sill and Lawton, Oklahoma. We got a warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail moving northeast at 15 miles an hour for Frederick and Manitou. So if you live in these areas in Oklahoma, close to the Red River, you definitely want to heed the warnings here as well. Let's see. Forecaster Mia says hi. Snowy says hi as well. Hello, everybody. Rain Mave says hi, hello. Snowy says, I think I see storm clouds coming. Yeah, they're coming. There's a squall line to your west, Snowies. It's going to be approaching you rather soon. That's moving east at 50 to 55 miles an hour, so it's moving quickly. Almost highway speed for you. You could be in for some strong winds, Snowies. It's possible. It's possible. Gaming, hello. Thank you for joining again. By any chance, did you have any plans to cover winter weather this year? Yes, I'm going to be doing a fall and winter weather outlook update for you guys. I already had one video. If you want to go check that out on my YouTube channel, it's around 2 weeks ago or so, 2 to 3 weeks ago. I had a video for that for my first fall and winter weather outlook. My next updated, I'm going to update it every probably 2 to 3 weeks for you guys, because I feel like doing it that way would kind of help you know what's coming in the future instead of updating it once per month. I'm going to update it probably every 2 or 3 weeks for you guys all the way up through the winter season. I'll be doing that seasonal forecast. So once we get around toward the spring again, I'll be doing the spring and summer weather forecast toward the late winter, every 2 or 3 weeks leading up to that. So you guys can count on that here on the Weather on the Go weather channel, all your weather coverage, guys. I'm projecting we're going to have quite the cold snap coming in late November, early December across the north. I'll update you guys on the on my videos in the morning. Again, that video is exclusively going to talk about fall and winter weather. We're probably going to throw in some tropics because the tropics are going to get very active. I know the severe weather threat's going to start to quiet down a little bit more after today. Yeah, we still have a marginal risk for tomorrow, but it's going to be a lot lesser of a threat tomorrow than what we're seeing now. Not going to be as widespread across several states that we're seeing like right now. So I'll be updating it. But yeah, I do think the polar vortex is overdue. I think that with the La Nina in place and all that stuff, I think the polar vortex will rear its ugly head again this year. I do think the polar vortex is gonna show itself again this year. Sometime, I think it's probably, if the last time I did my fall and winter weather outlook, it was probably going to occur in late winter versus early winter, like November or December. It was favored more towards late January and February and March. But I will update you guys, like I said, on that tomorrow. So guys, check that out tomorrow morning. It should be updated around 8 o'clock Central Time, between 8 o'clock Central Time and 10 a.m. Central Time. So check that out. So another warning northwest of Wichita Falls, actually north of the Vernon area in Texas. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1 1/4 inch hail, so a half-inch, actually half-dollar size hail rather, near the Elmer area, moving northeast at 5 miles per hour. So this is actually crawling northeast, almost a stationary storm here. So we'll watch that. Getting up here north of Amarillo, just a scattering of storms. This is moving south at 40 miles an hour toward the better instability here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, 1-inch quarter-size hail. Dumas, also Hartley, Cactus, Sunray, Stinnett, Groover, Morse, and Pringle, Texas, in the Panhandle here. The northern and northwestern Panhandle of Texas is in a severe thunderstorm warning for that until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time for this area. We got another warning northwest of Lubbock. Actually, the cone is pointing toward the Lubbock area, so if you live in Lubbock, get ready for this. It's moving, slowly. It's moving southeast at 15 miles per hour, but it does say a wind gust of 64 miles per hour was measured near Amherst. Near the Amherst area at 5:04 p.m. Central Daylight Time with the storm, and the hazard is actually 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So this is a robust severe thunderstorm across this area. Littlefield, Anton, Amherst, Spade, and Witherall, all these areas are impacted with penny-sized hail as well, along with the 70-mile-an-hour wind gust threat. This storm could be the one to produce hurricane-force winds out of all the storms we covered so far today on the radar, so definitely want to heed the warning. If you live in Lubbock, Texas, right along, let's see here, Highway 84 or I-27 leading down to the Lubbock area, even in the west side here. I'm not sure what airport this is. This is the Reese Air Park. So if you live in the Reese Air Park area on the western suburb or western side of Lubbock, Texas, we could be talking about a very robust, very energetic thunderstorm moving down your area here rather soon with a lot of wind energy. We've already had measurements of 64-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this right along Highway 84 up near the Littlefield area with the leading edge of these storms. So if you live in Anton and then maybe Shallow Water here pretty soon, you guys will be talking about some pretty strong damaging winds. So watch that there in Lubbock. Getting over into eastern and southeastern New Mexico, several warnings here. We got a supercell that's moving into eastern portions of New Mexico. Golf ball size hail. So we got almost that 2-inch hail diameter here into southeastern New Mexico with the 60-mile-per-hour wind gust threat. You want to be indoors, moving south at 10 miles an hour here. This is mainly over some open areas in south central Roosevelt and northeastern Chaves County. This is in southeastern New Mexico until about, 4:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time is the expiration for this warning. So that is what we are seeing. Again, I apologize if I'm not getting to the comments. I promise you guys that's I'm going to be going back and forth after these warnings. After I finish these last two warnings here, I'll be getting to your comments. This is west of the Hobbs area, right along the Texas and New Mexico border. We have another supercell, 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch quarter-size hail moving south. So this is going to stay in New Mexico more than likely, moving due south at 15 miles an hour here over some open areas of central Lee County. So we'll watch that. Another warning here west of Roswell, New Mexico, the famous Roswell area, just west here of Roswell, right approaching the Highway 70 area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail is the hazard, moving southwest at 15 miles per hour. Again, Arabella and Sunset, New Mexico. This may be approaching Roswell, so if you guys live in Roswell, New Mexico, we could be talking about some severe weather there rather soon as well. Let's get back here into Kansas. We have another warning here north of the Great Bend area and west of Ellsworth here. This is a severe thunderstorm. Actually, let's see here. Is this new? 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving southeast at 5 miles an hour. Very slow mover of the Odin area in Kansas. This is in central Kansas and west central Ellsworth and northeastern Barton County until 5:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So heed the warnings there. We got another warning just northwest of Kansas City up toward the Atchison area. This is in extreme northeastern Kansas, moving east at 15 miles an hour. So this will be crossing from Kansas into Missouri here rather soon. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail is the hazard. Atchison, Effingham, Lancaster, Mascoutah, Farmington, and Huron in Kansas is all these areas are impacted by this warning until 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So again, we covered most of the warnings. There's a couple new warnings here south of Syracuse toward the Binghamton area. So if you live near Binghamton, New York, southern New York, you're going to be getting close to this warning soon. This is moving east at 35 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. The Elmira area, Southport, Barton, Horseheads, Waverly, Elmira Heights, Owego, Erin, Berkshire, and Richford into the southern portions of New York State. This is in effect until 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This will be approaching, let's see here, I-81. This will be approaching I-81 and traveling right along some highways here, just some highways, Highway 38, Highway 17, and Highway 34, and also Highway 220. So if you live in these areas, these are the areas that will be impacted. So we'll continue to watch this, guys. Just tons of warnings today, so it's going to be tough to keep up on this as we kind of move through the next little while. So lots of warnings to cover here. Again, severe weather outbreak is the name, is the official name that I'm calling it today, because this is a severe weather outbreak. Tons of warnings today, guys. So let's get to your chat let's get to the chat here like I promised. Let's see who is talking down here. Holly says, I got some rain in Toledo, Ohio. Well, that's some good news. We don't need tons of rain, but I'm not sure. Were you guys in a drought in Toledo? I know there's some drought in Boston, Massachusetts, and in parts of the Northeast, but I'm not sure about Ohio. So let me know on that. Severe weather coverage says, let me see here, it's loading still. says, weather on the go. Where's the storm moving? Which storm? There's lots of storms, my friend. There's lots of storms, my friend. Snowy says, I think there's a tornado warning in Ontario. Let's move up here to Ontario and see. No tornado warning. I do not see one at this current time. There are severe thunderstorm warnings right now, but I see only severe thunderstorm warnings. There's no tornado warnings that I see. There actually are severe weather up into central Ontario, north of the North Bay area, north of Toronto, but no tornado warnings that I see currently. Even in the United States, no tornado warnings. These are all exclusively severe thunderstorm warnings at this current time. Several of them, though, and again, more widespread severe weather. So, gaming says it might be a little early for me to judge that cold weather call. To be honest, yeah, you'd be correct on that. Yeah, it's a little too early to call. There could be some, people that are talking about, it's only August 29th today, and we're talking about January, February, March of 2023. It's kind of a little bit too early to call on whether or not, we're not going to, sit back and say, well, there's going to be a polar vortex coming down on, January 13th, and we're going to see minus 50-degree wind chills in, the Twin Cities. And that would be just jumping way ahead, and we really don't want to do that. We want to give you an accurate weather forecast, but in the big picture, what I've been seeing with the weather forecast models, and I can show you potentially here in a moment too, but I'll have more updates on that, is that the polar vortex this year is favored because we have a stronger La Nina, and we also have that cycle. Every few years, that cycle goes around that, yes, we have the polar vortex that will come back down. There's a lot more factors than that. And a lot of the long-range weather forecast models, there's a thing, it's called PNA. It's a positive PNA, which when I say PNA, that is actually the Pacific North American Oscillation Area. And this is kind of what we see to kind of predict if a polar vortex will kind of move southward. So when we have positive PNAs in the southwestern United States and in the east or in the west coast areas, that would force a spike of a ridge, like we're seeing right now across the western United States, but in the wintertime, all the way up to the Aleutian Islands, and that would force a big dump of cold air from western and central Canada and the Arctic all the way down into the northern United States. So that is what we're seeing. Those are the hints and the puzzle pieces that we're kind of putting together to kind of more or less answer your question there, and kind of your thoughts on that. But yes, that's what we're seeing. Like I always say, trends are your friend, and you definitely want to look at the trends, because trends do lead to reality sometimes. I know last week I said there could be some severe weather across the Midwest, that there could be a severe weather outbreak a week before this happened, and voila, we have severe weather and a severe weather outbreak ongoing right now. So again, I got all of that information from weather models and looking at weather, the trends in the weather models, and again, trends sometimes lead to reality. So we always got to, lean on trends sometimes too, not just the general. Again, you can't just look at one weather forecast model. You got to look at a whole blend of models: the GFS, the European, the Canadian, the ICON, the ensembles to those, to kind of see where the errors are in the operational models. There's just tons of things to look at on there as well. Again, I like, I like kind of talking to you guys about these things, kind of educating you guys on this as well, so you guys know what to look for, in the future as well when you're looking on radar and all that stuff. The sound troubles are back, are they? Are they back? Okay, well, thank you for being honest. Definitely appreciate it. Let's see, just kind of looking around to see if there's any new warnings that we haven't covered. And it looks like we've covered most of them. Again, from Toledo all the way to Detroit, and really all the way up to the Sandusky, Michigan area. We're really seeing, even into southern Ontario, we're seeing that severe thunderstorm warnings continuing. Numerous and even widespread severe weather across these areas. So, Snowies, I hope I see some lightning and thunder tonight. You probably will, honestly. I would be very surprised if you didn't. These storms are moving quickly to the east, and the environment these are in, they're slowly weakening a little bit, but counting all the warnings here, let me kind of just look at it here briefly and see if I can count all the warnings here into eastern Michigan, northwest Ohio, and southern Ontario. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just kind of eyeballing it here. It looks like 11 severe thunderstorm warnings right now, just across southern Ontario, far eastern Michigan, and extreme northern Ohio. So, and that's not even counting all the other storms we have a little farther off here into Missouri and Kansas and all these other places. We got a new warning here to the west of St. Louis again. This is between Jefferson City and St. Louis. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and a quarter-size hail near the Jonesburg area in Missouri, moving east at 10 miles an hour. Jonesburg around 5:45 p.m. in the next 4 minutes. You need to heed the warnings and move indoors now. This includes Interstate 70 in Missouri between exits 179 and 193. This goes in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Again, if you guys are new, subscribe down below. It's free to do, guys. It's free to subscribe. Let anybody else know about this live stream. Again, I have great weather content on my video. If you guys love weather breakdowns, there's honestly not a better place to be on YouTube than this weather channel, guys. We really do go into depth in breaking down the weather pattern, as you guys well know. So, again, what better way to wake up in the morning and drink coffee and eat your donut or whatever you guys eat for breakfast and just watch a weather channel on here, definitely breaking down the weather pattern so you guys understand what is occurring. Again, we just don't go over the overview. We go over in depth why we're seeing what we're seeing outside your doors. So another reason to hit the subscribe button down below. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. We're only at 657 right now. We've been climbing thanks to you guys subscribing, all the new subscribers out there. Thank you guys so much. And helping this channel grow. We're getting very close to 1,000. We're getting there, guys. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, again, I'll show my face on YouTube for the live streams. So maybe even during my videos as well. Let's see. Snowies, we were in a thunderstorm watch earlier, but not anymore. I think you might be soon because these are moving east pretty quickly. So they might add another severe thunderstorm watch for your area, Snowies. Pretty soon here, I would imagine. So is the audio good now, Melissa? Is the audio fine now? Let me know. Everybody let me know. If you guys all think the audio is back to normal, give me a thumbs up down below. Again, I want you guys to hear me clearly so you guys can get all the information you need. Let's see. Severe weather coverage. Weather on the go. I guess you're under severe thunderstorm watch. No, I am not. Actually, I was earlier. I live in northern Illinois. This is central. This is actually more of south central Illinois, so just south of me, about an hour and a half south of me. There's a severe thunderstorm watch, and that is until 10 p.m. this evening. Yes, Snowies. Yes, face reveal. That's yes. We got to hit 1,000 subscribers though. We're only at 657, so we got some work to do, but I have faith in you guys helping me out, grow my channel. Definitely appreciate it. You guys are an amazing audience. Again, like I always say, cannot ask for a better audience on YouTube. Again, great community there is on here. And again, you guys make this channel very, very worthy. You guys make it work. So definitely appreciate all the comments down below as always during these live streams. And, all of the watchers out there, definitely appreciate it. Hope you guys all stay safe in all these weather events. I know with the La Nina, we're in a moderate La Nina right now, and it's probably going to go toward a strong La Nina this winter, and there's going to be more severe weather outbreaks, I have a feeling, this fall. So just because our tornado count is slightly below normal for the year does not mean that it can't pick up into the fall months. We've had big tornado outbreaks in the fall, too, so we'll have to watch and see. Okay, it's better. It's good now, Snowy says. Melissa says, let's see. Sorry, I missed your comment, Melissa, up above. She says, will that storm in Illinois reach northeast Indiana? Where there actually is a storm in northeast Indiana near the I think it's Rensselaer area, near the North Judson and Rensselaer area, north of Lafayette. Is that the storm you're talking about? This is Watseka into eastern Illinois. Other than that, northeastern Illinois there's not much. So the strongest of the storms are pretty much east of you in Indiana, Melissa. Can I rule out a stronger storm? No, but I think the more organized severe weather has passed you with the cold front all the way into portions there of eastern Michigan, northwestern Ohio, and southern portions of Ontario right now. I sound better than 5 minutes ago. Well, thank you, Melissa. Definitely appreciate it. Severe weather forecast says I was covering those storms earlier today. Yes, I was too. I was under an enhanced risk, actually a hatched area for wind, which would mean 75 mile per hour or greater, like hurricane force wind gusts are stronger today. And thankfully we didn't see that today, but the passed just to our east. I did see severe weather yesterday. I measured a 57 mile per hour wind gust, which is actually technically not severe. A severe thunderstorm is characterized as a 58 mile per hour wind gust or stronger, or 1 inch quarter size hail or higher is actually considered a severe thunderstorm. But I did measure a 57 mile per hour wind gust, and I was under a severe thunderstorm warning yesterday, but not today. And again, I live in northern Illinois, west of Chicago, so. Oh man, so there's a lot of warnings out here. There's actually a new warning here as well, unless I didn't get to it earlier. Just near the Texas and Mexico border, right along I-10 into far western Texas, near the El Paso area. 65 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail is the hazard here. 1 inch hail, 65 mile per hour wind gusts. This is located 5 miles northeast of Tornillo, moving southeast at 10 miles per hour. The Tornillo and Indian Cliffs I can't speak, guys. Tornillo and Indian Cliffs Ranch in Texas is the area we're watching. This includes Interstate 10 in Texas and West Texas between mile markers 51 and 62. This goes in effect until 5:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, just east of El Paso, Texas here, or southeast of El Paso, Texas. We got a warning in Kentucky here, northeast of Richmond, Kentucky, up near the Mount Sterling area. I don't think we got to this. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, 1 inch quarter size hail here. The Levy area around 6:50, so getting very close the next few minutes. Camargo around 7, so in the next 13 minutes. If you guys, this is Eastern Daylight Time near the Jeffersonville area as well. This is for northwestern Powell County, southern Montgomery County, and east central Kentucky until 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Heed the warnings, guys. Heed the warnings. Again, like the video or like the live stream down below and subscribe, guys. We're almost, let's see if we can get to up to 700 subscribers in this live stream, guys. That's our goal. That's our goal. If we can get up to 700 subscribers in the live stream, that would be awesome. So, guys, let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it, guys. I know you guys can help me out. Definitely appreciate it. That means we would, if we get to 700 this evening, we would only be 300 away from 1,000, which would be when I do my face reveal for the live streams and potentially my videos too. Like I said, I'll show my face during the live streams once we hit our goal there of 1,000. I looked at the velocity. There was no rotation. Yeah, there's not much rotation with these storms. Usually with the squall lines, more of a strong damaging wind threat with a good rush of wind coming out of the leading edge of these storms. Sometimes you can see like shelf clouds and wall clouds and stuff like that. Yeah, Snowies, you might get a wall cloud later today. You just never know. I know it's going to start getting dark soon, so you might not see that. But if you guys have any photos or anything you want to share, my Twitter handle is down below in the description. So if you guys want to send them my way, if you have pictures of any lightning or any hail out there, any tornadoes, funnel clouds, wall clouds, shelf clouds, anything like that, flooding, send them to my Twitter. My Twitter page is down below in the description. So definitely more than welcome to follow me on Twitter. You guys can also subscribe to my sports YouTube channel. I do accurate sports predictions. I'm getting ready for to predict the week 1 of the NFL football season rather soon in the next few days. I'm working on that for my sports channel. So if you guys want to go check that out as well, I'll be having my official week 1 NFL football predictions here soon. I did go 82.6% success for my 17 weeks of the NFL season last year in predicting games. I will be looking to improve that this year, so that is the goal. So you guys can find both of those, the Twitter handle to follow down below in the description, and my sports YouTube channel to follow and subscribe to. It's free to do as well in the description below. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, Vince was chasing. Yeah, I heard about that. I think he said that on Twitter, or somebody was talking about that on Twitter today as well. I'm not sure where at, though. I think if Vince was chasing, probably be up here into portions of New York or into portions there of Michigan. And we actually do have a tornado warning now. This is upstate New York, right along the Canadian and United States border here. Into upstate New York, tornado warning. This is just radar indicated rotation. This is not a damaging, confirmed tornado on the ground at all. This is just radar indicated rotation right now near the Clayton, the Crane Point State Park, the Wellesley Island State Park, Redwood, Alexandria Bay, Teresa, Plessis, Oxbow, DePauville, and also the Mescalinge Lake. Again, I'm sorry if I butcher these names and pronounce them wrong. Again, I'm from the Midwest, so you guys know very well it's kind of tough to pronounce some of these names in the Northeast or just anywhere in the United States sometimes. So this includes Interstate 81 between exits 49 and 52. We'll watch this for possible tornado developing. There could be a funnel cloud with this system or the storm. This is moving northeast at 40 miles an hour, so this will be heading up towards, let's see, zooming in here. If you live in Alexandria Bay, if you live near the islands here, crossing into Canada, into Quebec and portions of Ontario, watch for this. This will be moving up here right now toward Interstate 81 here in upstate New York, toward the Teresa and Alexandria Bay area. And eventually, if you live in Hammond, Rossi, Governor, or even Richville, New York State areas in upstate New York, you want to be on the lookout for these as well, as this could be producing a tornado soon. So we'll continue to watch it. We will continue to watch it for you guys. Thanks so much for all the subscribers, guys. We're up to 660. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, we'll have a new weather forecast video. I'm going to be doing a fall and winter weather outlook tomorrow morning. Again, I'll be having that video posted between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Central Time. So there's a pretty good looking storm here. Again, like I said, supercell storm here into central Kansas. Any one of these storm cells near the Dodge City area, Garden City, Kansas, up towards Salina, Kansas, any one of these storms could go severe anytime. There's a pretty open space here. Not a lot of storms around them, so we'll continue to watch it. Let's kind of look at the weather models for you guys here across the Midwest here right now using the HRRR. This is what the radar could look like as we move through the next few hours. So bear with me. I'll kind of move this up into the Northeast and also down towards the Southwest, toward Texas here. But right now we're going to focus on the Midwest. That's where the enhanced risk is right now. Looking at the rest of this evening, we'll have storms bubbling up actually a little more. So Melissa, if you're still in the live stream, we might have some more storms developing here into northern portions of Indiana during the overnight hours here toward midnight. So if you live in northern Indiana, probably not too much in the way of severe weather. There could be some scattered strong to severe storms with damaging winds and heavy rain and hail, but I think it's really the heavy rain and flooding threat will be the issue here, as they had thunderstorms earlier on, and then you'll have more storms later on here as well into the evening and overnight hours. So if you live there, yeah, we could be talking about some flooding issues there for sure. That is what we're seeing. This will also carry down toward the Ohio River Valley there, Evansville, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, getting all the way down to Paducah, Kentucky, places like Memphis, Memphis, Tennessee. We could be talking about some heavy rainfall overnight. As we get into the overnight hours, we'll start to see the intensity and the coverage of the storms let up. As we head into the morning hours on your Tuesday, that will shift across Ohio, eastern Kentucky, into western West Virginia, maybe even northern, actually middle Tennessee is what that would be, around the Music City there in Nashville. We could be talking about some heavier thunderstorms there as well. Maybe some isolated severe weather, but again, tomorrow's risk is a lot lower than today, just a marginal threat. We'll show you that here in a moment, but let's kind of move this to the Northeast to show you what we're talking about here. The Northeast, looking at the rest of this evening, we got storms moving through right now. Snowies with the storms up here into Toronto. They're going to start to fall apart the next few hours as the sun does set, but there still could be some strong storms in your neck of the woods there in the Toronto area, getting down towards portions of northwestern Pennsylvania. We'll have to watch. A couple of these could be producing some damaging winds, some large hail, and maybe, just maybe, an isolated tornado, so we'll continue to watch that. And then we'll start to see that weaken in intensity in the overnight hours. Pretty quiet, really, across much of New England England for the most part during the overnight hours, so you guys will have a good night of sleep. And then we'll have that marginal risk for some severe weather into New England as we head into the day on Tuesday with this, frontal system that will continue to press its way to the east. More additional thunderstorm activity across New York State, Pennsylvania, eastern Ohio, getting down into Virginia and West Virginia during that time frame. Moving this down towards Texas, again, we're seeing more of the storms down towards here. Again, we're seeing a lot of these storms kind of moving very slowly, but again, the heavy rainfall threat is going to be the larger threat. This is more of a marginal risk today and this evening for severe weather. So just a few isolated, widely scattered severe storms. So we'll continue to watch that. Thank you so much, Snowies. Thank you so much for telling everybody to like the live stream and subscribe. Definitely appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Melissa says, thanks. Helps me know when to take my dog out. Heavy wind earlier made me feel storms could be coming tonight. Yes, there's the cold front. I do believe, I'm not exactly sure where that's at. I'll have to look here in a moment, but I think that past you, these are more post-frontal storms. These are storms behind the actual cold front itself, with another good push of, once we get through all this, thunderstorm activity today, we're going to see a week full of, brilliant weather across this area, with lots of sunshine, high pressure working into your area there, Melissa, into northern Indiana, my area, northern Illinois, and we're going to see temperatures averaging, middle 70s to middle 80s through the better half of the next week and a half for much of the Great Lakes and Midwest, with very pleasant, brilliant weather. Like I said, lots of sunshine. So that's what we can expect. All the active weather we'll be tracking that across the tropics. That'll be our next point of emphasis. Is there's the potential, guys. I'll show you that here in a moment. I know this is a severe weather live stream, but there is growing potential of a hurricane, actually, which would be Danielle or Hurricane Earl, that could develop, or even both systems as we get into the next couple of weeks, heading into early, the first and second week of September. So again, I'll be updating you guys on that in my video as well. So not only will I be doing a fall and winter weather outlook in tomorrow's video, I'll be also doing a tropics update to kind of let you know what to expect there along the East Coast and Florida and the Caribbean and all that. So, oh man, let's see here. Okay, so Texas, yeah. Okay, so if you live in Lubbock or Midland, Texas, down towards, let's see here, Fort Stockton, Texas, and West Central Texas, we could be seeing some heavy rain. We'll be seeing that start to kind of dissipate a little bit, but through the day tomorrow, there's really just most of Texas itself, from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texarkana, Austin, San Antonio, getting back over towards the Lubbock area, Fort Stockton, El Paso, just much of Texas. Anywhere you live in Texas, maybe minus the northern panhandle of Texas, north of Amarillo, we're pretty much going to see a chance of thunderstorms. Not everybody will see these tomorrow, but definitely a chance of some scattered showers and storms for these areas as we head through the next, couple of days or so, with a lot of moisture from the western Gulf of Mexico moving into this area, moisture-rich environment. So we could be talking about that for the next couple of days or so. Let's see here. So here's tomorrow's risk. This is tonight's risk. Let's look at tomorrow. We got a marginal risk extending across New England, down into the mid-Atlantic here, western Maine, getting into northern Vermont, New Hampshire, much of New York State, much of Pennsylvania, western New Jersey here, the Washington, D.C. area, into Maryland, northern Delaware, much of Virginia, so Richmond, Virginia, getting into portions there of Charleston, West Virginia, perhaps maybe just east of there. Just some of the areas impacted tomorrow with the marginal risk. Looking at the tornado threat, that's less than 2%, so really that's pretty much a secondary hazard with the tornadoes tomorrow. The wind threat is going to be the biggest threat of all of these storms tomorrow. If they become severe, will be the 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and then the lower end threat for hail, less than 5%. So mainly just kind of wind producers for storms tomorrow. That's kind of just what we're seeing. Snowy says no winter. Yeah. Well, we gotta close in on reality, and you guys know that just a few months away is winter. Actually, September 21st is the first official day of fall equinox, so it's getting closer. It's getting closer, guys. So that is what we are seeing there for sure. We got another that just got canceled. Okay, so I haven't been on here for a while. Let's get back to this tornado warning in upstate New York. We still got this warning. This is right along a line of storms, so more than likely right here. Let me take the warning off so you guys can see this. You guys see where we have a little indentation on the leading edge of the storm here, kind of like a C shape there. Right along and just east of Highway 12, approaching Highway 180. And if you guys are traveling on I-81 between Alexandria Bay here all the way down toward the Watertown area, you guys want to heed the warning here into upstate New York. Because right here in the kink in the line, this kind of C shape, that is the inflow notch. And that's kind of what we could see a spin up tornado briefly. Probably more of a weak tornado than anything else if this does develop. Wouldn't be surprised to see any funnel clouds out of this or anything like that, or rotating wall cloud. Wouldn't be surprised. I know it's probably getting a little bit darker now, but since it's after 7 o'clock Eastern time now, 7:01 p.m. Eastern time, but there could very well be some rotation here in at least the mid and upper levels with this storm right now. This is more of a QLCS line of thunderstorms that we call quasi-linear convective system. And along the leading edges of these, we could have these kind of kinks in the line that could produce, more or less some brief weak tornadoes. So that's where we could see some QLCS tornadoes here the rest of this evening. Tri-Cities Weather says, weather on the go, do you need any more moderators? I could take up some more moderators. If you want to be a moderator, let me know. Tri-City Weather, I definitely could add you as a moderator. Just let me know. Snowy says, dang clouds made me close the bird window and not even close to raining. There's going to be probably a little bit of surge of wind before the rain even hits you. A lot of times along the leading edge of these storms, you see more of the wind first and then the rain after with the wind. And that's usually what you see with these squall lines, or what I call these, QLCS lines. So we'll watch that. We will watch it. A lot of the severe weather is actually transitioning out of Michigan, eastern Michigan, into Ontario right now, toward Toronto. So if you live in these areas, that is what we are seeing for right now. These storms are exiting the U.S. into portions of Ontario here as we speak. All right, guys. Again, heed the warnings out there. I think we're starting to wind down some of the warnings, at least across the Missouri Valley, the Texas, into New Mexico and stuff like that. We still have this tornado warning here. Let's see when this expires. Here at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So we'll try to stay on live toward the end of this warning for the next 10 minutes to, make sure this storm starts to weaken. But if the storm starts to weaken, we're probably going to wrap up this live stream, since most of the severe weather is starting to end, at least for the United States. We're actually starting to see a downward trend in severe thunderstorm warnings, at least across portions of Michigan and even Toronto. These storms crossing into Toronto, we're starting to see a downtrend in the number of warnings now too. So Snowy says it must be coming because it's in Cambridge, Kitchener area, so should see it next. Yes, that they're moving east. Last time I looked, let me see here. We're moving east at about 55 miles an hour. The hazard, Snowies, is 100 kilometer per hour wind gusts with these storms. So that is the storms that are moving your way. Depending on how fast it's moving. Last time I checked, it was moving east at around highway speed, around 50 to 55 miles an hour. Maybe even 60 miles an hour the fastest, but generally averaging around 50 to 55 miles per hour in the forward speed of the squall line, that's for sure. Yes, it says 100. It says 100 kilometer per hour wind gusts along the leading edge of these storms, Snowies, heading your way. That is what that says. Again, I'm just the messenger, guys. I'm just the messenger. Just telling you guys. Oh, okay, gotcha. With your greenhouse, I'm not sure about that. You just have to make sure it's as secure as possible. Hopefully you don't get those winds, though. Let's see here. Let me take this off. It does appear that the rotation might be weakening. Let me go back here. Yeah, so see, if I go back to the last frame or two of the radar, you can see if I zoom in here, that little inflow notch, see right there as it is approaching to the northeast towards I-81 here into upstate New York, mainly over open areas, but as I go back here into the current radar, it actually looks like it closed up quite a bit. So this might be turning more into a kind of a leading edge squall line again, with more of kind of some damaging winds rather than rotations. So it's a plastic greenhouse. Okay. Well, if there's any way for you to hold it down, you could. I don't know how what it looks like or anything, but you can put like bricks on it or cinder blocks or something like that to keep it from blowing away or anything, unless it's heavy enough. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. Hopefully, you just don't get the winds. But yeah, it looks like the notch actually closed up because you can see right here, that's where the notch was with that tornado warning. And then the last frame of the radar, it kind of went away. There's a little bit of a notch up here east of Clayton, but it's not really clear to find of anything right now. We'll still watch it, though, here. Next few minutes. Still an ongoing. Yeah, they shortened up that tornado warning polygon here around the Alexandria Bay area. So if you live in Rossi, you may see this. There's a little bit of a notch. It looks like here, that's what I was talking about. That's where that tornado warning is. So that may be where the tornado could be sitting if we have one. I don't think we have a tornado on the ground right now, though. Yeah, hopefully it passes just right over you, Snowies. That is what it's possible. It's possible. So yeah, we're seeing that right now. So again, like I said, other than that, we have severe thunderstorm warnings. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is the hazard here for upstate New York, north of Syracuse, up toward the Watertown area, and then approaching, maybe even eventually, northern and northeastern New York rather soon. We got a new warning here east of Mount Vernon, Illinois, downstate Illinois, north of I-64, east of I-57, northeast of Mount Vernon. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving east at 25 miles per hour was located near Helm, Illinois, or 14 miles northeast of Mount Vernon, Illinois. Roof siding and tree damage is possible, along with power damage. Wayne City, Illinois, around 6:10 p.m. In the next 3 minutes, that'll be in your area. The Sisney area in Illinois, we could be seeing the 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail soon. This goes in effect until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time for northwestern Wayne County and northeastern Jefferson County in south central Illinois. A lot of heavy rainfall across portions there of southern Missouri. So if you live in Poplar Bluff, over towards the West Plains area, Springfield, Missouri, Joplin, Missouri, some of these areas seeing a lot of heavier rainfall. Cape Girardeau, maybe some flooding rains, and some ponding on the roadway and stuff here. But that is what we're seeing. Mark, thank you for joining. Mark says hi. Mark says tornadoes in New York, I heard. Yes, there is a tornado warning. Let me go back up here for you, Mark. Just a smaller polygon here. Just kind of a little bit of an inflow notch, right? Just moving right over, or has just moved over I-81 here east of Clayton, New York, up toward the Alexandria Bay area and up toward the Rossi area here soon as well. If I take the warning off here for you, Mark, you can definitely see where that little notch is, the inflow notch, and that's the tornado. Could be sitting anywhere in here if there were to be one, but it does appear it's pretty broad rotation, so I don't think we're seeing a tight enough couplet for any tornado touching the ground right now. And actually the last run, there's still a notch there, but it actually has kind of weakened again, so that's what we can kind of see with some of these QLCS tornadoes. Tri-City Weather says, oh, you're joking? Well, thank you very much. Definitely appreciate you saying that. Always looking for new moderators, though. Let's see here. Mark says, I'm good then. Hi, Snowies. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Definitely appreciate it. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. We covered most of the warnings. There's going to be some more warnings throughout the evening. We got a warning here east of Fayetteville. We'll cover real quick here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving northeast at 15 miles an hour, 6 miles north of Elkins, Arkansas. So this is in northwestern Arkansas. So Fayetteville, Springdale, Huntsville, Elkins, Hinsville, Withrow Springs State Park, Clifty, Goshen, also the Mayfield area, Best, and Sonora. So that is what we're seeing. Thank you very much, Snowies. You have a good night as well. Hope you stay safe from the severe weather, and hopefully you don't get those strong damaging winds like they could. Again, 100-kilometer-per-hour winds are on the way potentially for you, so do be safe. Yeah, you're definitely welcome, Snowies, as to everybody else. Again, I do plan on doing more of these live streams going to the fall. I know the severe weather is going to start to get active again once we transition to from the warm season to the cool season. There's always that second season of severe weather. Again, we'll have you covered. Again, Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage from coast to coast, across the tropics, the Caribbean, the Gulf, the Atlantic, the Pacific. We got you covered. Southern and southeastern Canada as well. Again, I am planning on, as this channel continues to grow, to forecast for all of Canada and all of Europe as well, as it continues to grow. So that is the goal there as well. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, like I promised you guys before, I will show my face here on the live stream. So definitely something I look forward to doing. So definitely appreciate everybody joining this evening. Again, everybody stay safe. We got severe weather widespread across these areas for the next few hours. We should start to see less and less severe warnings and tornado warnings and all that stuff each minute and each hour that goes by here this evening, as we start to lose more of the energy in the atmosphere, turning more to a damaging wind threat and then eventually to a heavy rain threat with time. I know, Mark. Yeah, you just joined. I think we've been going for a little while. Again, not my longest live stream I've ever had, but I'm sorry about that. I am planning on doing a tropical weather update live for you guys later this week, potentially Wednesday or even Thursday. So if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to probably start that a little earlier in the afternoon for you guys, around 3, 4 o'clock on Wednesday or Thursday. So if you guys getting home from work, school, all that stuff, if you guys want to check that out, we're going to have a lot of updates on the tropics. Our first named storm in quite some time is likely, if not expected, as we get into early September. First will be Danielle and then Earl, and these could be hurricanes. So again, this could be pointed toward the Caribbean, the Gulf, or even the Western Atlantic toward the east coast of the United States. And that is something that we could be talking about as we move into that first and second week in September. Michaela says, hey, can you look for the severe threats? I just joined. Where at, though? Where are you wanting me to look? Because we got severe weather threats from literally eastern Canada all the way to the Mexican border right now. So let me know where you're talking about, and I can get a little bit more accurate for you. But yeah, guys, if you guys haven't liked the live stream down below, press the thumbs up button and also subscribe. Definitely much appreciated, guys. We're up to 661 subscribers. I know our goal was 700 in the live stream, but yeah, guys, you guys helped. Thanks to all the new subscribers out there, continuing to help grow the community, grow the channel. And again, I couldn't thank you enough, so definitely appreciate it. We got a new warning here near the Springfield area. So Springfield, Illinois, near the capital of Illinois here, we got a severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail moving east at 20 miles an hour. The Athens, Illinois area around 6:20, so in the next 7 minutes, if you live in Athens, Illinois. This includes Interstate 72 between mile markers 81 and 97. This warning goes in effect until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And this severe thunderstorm watch in central and south central Illinois, including Peoria, Springfield, Quincy, Hannibal, Champaign, Urbana, Bloomington, Normal, all the way up there toward Danville, Illinois. This goes in effect here until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. That's what that pink shaded area there, that's as if severe thunderstorm watch. They are starting to trim the severe thunderstorm watch across northwestern Ohio and northeastern portions of Indiana as well right now. So that's what we're watching. I'm not sure what those acronyms mean. Is that a town name? Let me look. I can't find what you're talking about. Be a little more specific. Be a little more specific, Michaela. I'm not exactly sure what you're getting at there. We got a severe warning. If you live in Cape Girardeau in the foothills here in Missouri, we got another warning, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, half-dollar size hail. This is near Delta, Missouri, moving northeast towards Cape Girardeau, Missouri, crossing the Mississippi River into southern Illinois soon, moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. The Dutchtown area around 6:25 Central Daylight Time in the next 10 minutes. This includes Gordonville, Cape Girardeau Airport, Scott City, Cape Girardeau proper, and Jackson, Missouri. This includes Interstate 55 between mile markers 91 and 104. So that is what we're seeing. Okay, southeast Missouri. Because I was looking up a town named Semo and I didn't see that, so apologize. Yes, southeast Missouri. If you live in Cape Girardeau, that's our warning. That's our only warning in southeastern Missouri right now. Otherwise, we just have heavy rainfall and stuff. I can put the lightning on there for you. A lot of lightning in southeastern Missouri across portions there of West Plains, the Piedmont area, eventually getting down toward Poplar Bluff and Cape Girardeau. All these storms will be turning more southeast with time as the cold pool aloft starts to grow. A lot more stronger storms like to grow southeastward with these systems a lot of times. So that will be pushing down towards northeastern Arkansas with time as well. Maybe even getting in down towards the Memphis and Jonesboro area in the next few hours. So we'll continue to watch that. Again, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I have a Twitter handle down below in the description. If you guys want to follow me there, you guys can get up-to-date weather forecast information throughout the day and throughout the week there. I'm trying to add more information on there throughout the day as well. We got a new warning again, guys. We got a lot of warnings still popping up, but we got quiet for a while. Quincy, Illinois. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. This is actually Trained Weather Spotters is the source. Half-dollar size hail was reported by a trained weather spotter near Canton, Illinois at 6:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So this is for Mendon, Camp Point, Golden, Quincy Regional Airport, and Clayton, Illinois. This is for Interstate 172 between exits 14 and 19. Northern Adams County, north central Marion County, and southeastern Lewis County. This is in Missouri and into western Illinois as well, so around the Quincy area. This also includes Wakanda State Park. So if you live near Wakanda State Park or in the area, definitely want to heed the warning there. This is moving southeast at 15 miles an hour until 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time is when that warning does expire. All right, guys. Well, if you don't have any more questions, comments, or concerns, I will be, again, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire or be canceled across upstate New York. So currently, right now, we have no tornado warnings ongoing. And actually, we have one severe thunderstorm warning in far eastern portions of, New Mexico right now with 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. Other than that, there's one warning there in the north of Amarillo, Texas, in the Panhandle. Other than that, we're not seeing much of severe weather. It's pretty much just scattered about. The more concentrated severe weather is up across Ontario, the Great Lakes, and into portions of Quebec right now. So, all right, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. Everybody have a great night out there. Thank you guys for joining me in this live stream. Definitely appreciate it. All the likes, all the subscribers, all the people in the live chat this evening definitely makes it a lot better and more interactive. Definitely appreciate it. Here's the outlook for the rest of tonight. If you guys want to check this out, the orange shaded area, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5 in the yellow, and 1 out of 5 on the scale from 0 to 5 from the Storm Prediction Center for the rest of tonight. Here's the outlook for tomorrow. We may be updating this in the video tomorrow as well. Like I said, a fall and winter weather outlook update will be coming your way tomorrow in your video, so definitely check that out, like it, and subscribe as well. It's free to do down below. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great evening out there, and I definitely appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next live stream and in the video tomorrow. Have a great night. See you guys tomorrow.